Hello, everyone. This is China Chicken, and I wanted to do a box score breakdown of the Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Bengals game. Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Bills won 39-34, so hell of a game, a lot of scoring. Bills improved to 9-4 and 6-1 at home. Cincinnati Bengals fall to 4-9 and 2-5 away. And Cincinnati Bengals, I don't think they're officially eliminated yet because their division is pretty weak with the Steelers and Ravens and Browns. So I think they still have a chance, but they have to win out and hope that the Steelers lose and the Ravens lose pretty much all their games. So, huge game for the Bills, too. They also have a chance to still win the division against the New England Patriots, who they go and play this coming week. So, yeah, let's get into the box score here. We got Cincinnati's passing. Joe Burrow had a great game, especially early. He went 25 for 36, 284 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and took 1 sack. The 2 interceptions that came late in the game, Christian Benford picked one off right, he jumped right at the line and got an interception and took it to the house. So it was an interception for touchdown. And then right on the next drive, maybe a couple plays later, tip pass from Jordan Phillips, and AJ Epineza picked it off. That's 2 interceptions there that really sealed the game for the Bills and had them take the lead. Josh Allen had a great game. 22 for 28, 251, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He did take 3 sacks. I'm actually surprised to see that. I don't remember really any of those sacks, honestly. But yeah, great game for Josh. No interceptions, no turnovers for him. Just huge. And then he ran the ball really well, too, which we'll get into. Cincinnati Bengals rushing. Samaje Perine had 6 carries for 31 yards, so not much. And then Chase Brown, their number 1 running back, look at this, 12 for 23 yards and 1 touchdown. So the Bills really did good against the run, which is surprising because they're one of the worst rushing defense teams in the league. But having Shaq Thompson in there at middle linebacker really helps them. So yeah, Chase Brown, 12 for 23. That's what? Under 2 yards per carry. That's pretty bad. So, yeah. Buffalo's rushing. James Cook, pretty good game. 18 for 80. Nothing crazy there. That's pretty much what he normally does there. And then Josh Allen, 9 for 78 and a touchdown. And then his long was 40 yards. That was crazy. Just untouched all the way into the end zone. 40 yards. And Ty Johnson, not bad. 2 for 25. He did have a 23-yard long. Surprised that Ray Davis didn't run the ball at all here, especially after last game where he looked really good. That's actually very surprising to me. I didn't even realize that Ray Davis didn't run the ball once. That's kind of crazy. We'll go to Cincinnati's receiving. T. Higgins led the way, 6 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns on 11 targets. So you look at these numbers and you're like, wow, he had a great game. But you see the targets. He had 6 catches on 11 targets. Honestly, that's not that great. Just over 50% is not very good. And he was hurt in this game. Like it was sickening to watch almost because there was 2 or 3 plays where he went down and then he was holding his head. If you don't know, in the last game, he had a concussion and cleared the concussion protocol, so he was able to play this game. But to me, he didn't look right. And I mean, he had good numbers on this game, but he was, every time he got hit, he went down and was holding his head. And I just feel bad for the guy that they just kept sending him back in there. When the coaches or the training team looking at him for his head injury, for his concussion injury, really should have not allowed him to go back in the game, in my opinion. But other than that, he still had a great game, 2 touchdowns. But Mike Gesicki, man, he had some really good catches, 6 for 86 and 1 touchdown on 6 targets. So perfect game for him. Jamar Chase, the Bills were really able to hold him down to just 5 catches for 44 yards on 8 targets. I'm pretty sure Benford was matched up with him most of the game, so he did a really good job on him. Yosivas only 2 for 17 on 3 targets, and then not too much after that. Chase Brown did get a catch for a touchdown, which I thought should have been an incomplete pass, honestly. but it was a touchdown. So there's that for Cincinnati's receiving. Bills receiving, Dawson Knox. He had a hell of a game. This was his best game of the year, maybe best game in a couple years. 6 catches for 93 yards on 7 targets, and one of them was a 32-yard catch. So almost perfect for him. Kincaid, he had a good game. He just came back from injury. They didn't play him too much. He only had maybe 25% of the snaps. He had 4 catches for 41 yards, a touchdown on 5 targets, so good game for him. James Cook, again, doing good receiving, 2 for 31 on 2 targets. Gabe Davis coming in big, 2 for 21 yards. Not much, but he had the most of the snaps in this game, I heard. He had out of all the receivers. Khalil Shakir had the big touchdown, but not much other than that. Shavers had a catch. Coleman, 2 catches for 16 yards on 3 targets, so not that great. And then Jackson Hawes had a catch for a touchdown on a 4th down, I believe. So good catch for him there. Cincinnati Bengals, they recovered a fumble that James Cook fumbled. James Cook fumbled twice, and he actually lost one of them. So he needs to get better at that. He's going to be working on that all week, I'm sure, because in the previous game, he also fumbled twice. Cincinnati's defense, Geno Stone led the way. I noticed him in there a lot. He's a safety, I believe. He came in and had some really good tackles for loss. He had a sack and then 9 tackles, so good for him. Jordan Battle, also 9 tackles, a couple tackles for loss from Osai, a sack from Slayton. I remember that one now. B.J. Hill, also a sack. Other than that, not too much. No other turnovers besides that one fumble recovery for Oren Burks there. Buffalo's defense, Jordan Poyer, he was laying some hits down in the run game. Shaq Thompson, again, middle linebacker, played pretty good. Had 1 tackle for loss as well. And then other than that, not too much, honestly. Benford had a sack here. So Benford had a sack and an interception for touchdown. Hell of a game for him. I hope he wins Defensive Player of the Week again. That would be nice after last week. And like I said, interceptions, Benford had 1 for 63 yards and a touchdown. Epineza had 1 off a tipped. Joe Burrow passed back-to-back interceptions, maybe within 2 or 3 plays of each other. So pretty crazy. And they saved it for the 4th quarter, They saved all those cornerback blitzes on Burrow. Really got them confused there. Kick returns, we're not going to talk about much. Punt returns, Bills didn't punt at all. Cincinnati's kicking. Okay, McPherson didn't have any field goals, but he was 4 for 4 on extra points. Prater 1 for 1, and then 4 for 4, so perfect game for Prater. And like I said, punting, not much. Just 2 punts for Cincinnati, none for the Bills. So great game, not punting the ball, obviously, for the Bills. And let's talk about the team stats, too. I love going through this. This really tells the story of the game, to me at least. First downs, Bengals won that, 25-22. Bengals won passing first downs, 18 for 13. Bills won the rushing first downs, penalties first downs. Wow, look at this. Bengals were 10 for 12 on 3rd downs. That is crazy to me. That's really good. You want to be over 50%. They were, 10 out of 12 is what, like 80, high 80s, low 90s, something like that. Bills went 6 for 11, so pretty good. But they were 3 for 4 on 4th down, which is huge. And Cincinnati didn't go for it on 4th down. I'm surprised to see that. But they weren't losing in the game until the end there, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Total plays, Bills had 4 more total plays. Total yardage, Bills had about 80 more total yards. Total drives was the same. Yards per play, about the same. Bills had edged them out a little bit there. Passing, Bengals took that 276 to 233. Completions, yards per pass were exactly the same. Interceptions, this is the game right here, is 2 interceptions to 0. Sacks, 1 for 8, 3 for 18. Okay, Bengals won there. Rushing, Bills destroyed them in rushing, 183 to 62. A lot more yards per attempt, a lot more attempts rushing. Red zone attempts, Bengals went 3 for 3 in the red zone. Wow, that surprises me. And then the Bills were 3 for 5. You'd see this and be like, wow, Bengals must have won this game. Nope. Penalties. Bills were kind of pissing me off and shooting themselves in the foot with some penalties, but they overcame it. Turnover battle. Bills won that 2-1. Bills fumbled once and Bengals threw 2 interceptions. And then Bills had one defensive touchdown. So there we go. Time of possession, pretty even. Bills had just beat them by 3.5 minutes. So yeah, great game for the Bills. Snowy game and at Highmark Stadium. Maybe the last snowy game we'll see. But anyways, that was a great game. And go Bills.